Hello, everyone. And good evening, good morning, good middle of the night, depending on where you are. I guess most people watching will it's probably a good evening for you, but we've got two people in our players group who are on, I guess, basically opposite sides of the planet. And through the wonders of the internet, they can join us playing Forbidden Lands. And from down under, although it almost hurts to say it because everyone just says down under, from the antipodes, it's Michael. Hello, Michael.
G'day! Hello! Good, whatever ungodly time it happens to be here, or good afternoon, good evening. How you going?
How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm super well. I'm so pumped. I think once a month is clearly not frequent enough for this campaign. I have had so much fun. I mean, the very first, encounter we've had with a boss level battle has just happened, and it feels like it was like forever ago. I was like, what did we do last? Oh yeah, we beat up a troll. Nothing big. Took a stronghold for ourselves, even though we just met. Just absolutely killing it. But I'm having a great time.
Tiny thing. Yes, I didn't think you could beat up the trolls so easily, but you all rolled incredibly well. So,
yes.
Lucky you.
Indeed. And I play Verglas, who is, of course, a Wolf King druid. He is a very wholesome character. He's kind of like very down to earth, he's all about nature and goodwill and love and peace. He kind of got swept up in the chaos that followed Poppy and Belmore from the local town, and he's learning the importance of friendship and like happiness and how important it is to make sure that when you bury a troll, to make sure it's not in the sunlight for various reasons.
Yes, and I think at this point Nico realized that I accidentally put out the German map. The English map should either be still in the box or next to the box. Oh. Yes, we actually bought us a new map for another campaign, and accidentally I set out the wrong one because the other one is already full of stickers.
Oh, that's okay. Crossover time. Cool, quick, call them up. That's it.
Yeah.
Can't be done. Can't be helped.
Also, or we could just teach you German by using the German map, but that would be kind of unfair. Also, hello Raiders from Frivolita Fantagraphy, who's an artist who does awesome artwork right now, working on a tarot deck for Mythodia, for the biggest live role-playing event in Europe, at least, maybe in the world. I'm not sure. Good to see you. So, who's up next? Eevie. Eevie's joining us from the UK. And she's playing Poppy. How are you, Eevie?
Hello, I'm very good, thank you for asking. I play Poppy. Ploppy.
Ploppy?
Poppy! No, Poppy without an L. And she is a little halfling lady who some people say might be a little bit creepy at times because she's a blood mage or blood sorceress. And
someone has to do it.
Yeah, and hasn't used a single spell since we started this campaign.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Do you have willpower built up? Very good. So maybe we're going to see a little bit of sorcery today.
My general problem was that most of my spells don't work against monsters, and I don't have found anything that I could use them against, really. And the poor goblins, come on. They're miserable enough as they are.
The poor things. Let's see whether you still have your stronghold when you come back, or if the goblins have taken it over, and then we're going to see whether you use blood magic against them or not. Now, the last player today is Matt, joining us from Canada. Hello, Matt.
Hello, everybody.
How's it going?
It is going well. It's going well. It's just a little messed up because we did daylight savings here this week in Canada, and nobody else in the world did it. So it's an hour later for me. And thankfully I'm here because I've almost missed a few other streams this week because of it. But great to be here. great to finally get to play this game. I'm in the player's seat thanks to Myri, and it's amazing.
Yeah. What is Belgor going to do today? Does Belgor have any plans?
Belgor just slayed a troll last week, but also uncovered a demon in the basement of the stronghold that they just took over. So I think Belgor is going to maybe try and track that demon down because there's a rumor that it's gone to a nearby town, and we can't have that. We're heroes, right? Right?
Silence from the rest of the group.
We're good people.
No, man. Look, I know we've only just met, but I'm Verglass.
Oh.
Right.
Verglass.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like the actual Verglass.
Belgor got caught up with all of you through mistaken identity, so he's slowly learning about everyone and their quirks.
Oh, right on, man. Like, I mean, I think we need time to really get to know each other. And you know what really makes everything kind of come together? And that's food. And there, Belmore, he's like really into his food, and I don't see him around, but I think it's important to realize that Belmore is like the pudding keeping us together. That's just how I feel. Yeah.
I need to write that down. Belmore's like the pudding. We're going to confront Jan with that next time we play. So in a month's time. Jan says hi, but he couldn't make it today.
Hi, Jan.
So, hi, Jan.
Hello.
Hello.
You're going to watch this later to find out what happens. What happened last is, as you've already said, you fought a troll. Now you call an old dwarven fortress your own. But most of the passageways underground are bricked up, so you don't know yet how much of a fortress you have. So far you have a little bit above ground and a big hall underground where at least you have fresh water and where you are probably safe from, well, other monsters, because you had to kick a troll out to get there. And then when you started cooking, out of the cooking fire came a creature made of flames, and it ran upstairs and then started a journey straight northeast from your little stronghold, through the woods and anything that stood in its way. And I think that's basically where we left off last time. So I think you were all gathered outside your stronghold, more or less discussing what's going on. And at this point, Belmore goes, I'm not going to follow that. So, well, someone needs to take care of cleaning up things and stuff like that. But you can follow it if you want. What are you guys saying about?
Onwards, let's go.
Right now?
What time of day is it? That's a good question.
I think we said it was afternoon.
Okay. So we have some light.
You still have a quarter of a day left that you could use to travel.
Am I still outside or am I coming in? Because I chased after the salamander into the forest for a bit.
Yeah, you're coming back right now.
Okay.
See, the puppy is coming back, and the dwarf is ready to go.
Yeah.
I don't know, Poppy, if you want to go.
Hey, you guys!
Hello?
There was like this giant fire lizard. It came out of the castle and it ran that way. Oh, it was amazing. I don't know if it was those berries I ate, but I swear it went that way. It was like a tiny star, man, like running across the ground on legs.
Yeah?
I chased it, but it went a bit far away, and I hadn't finished burying the troll yet. But it's that way, man. It's there. It's heading. I think maybe there's like maybe there's like good luck if we catch it. Because you know how they say if you catch a falling star, it grants you wishes.
Who says that?
I say it.
Why are you burying the troll? Hold on.
Wait. Look, it's not important right now. It's gonna get away, and we should grab hold with like both hands of like good fortune and luck, because we did not meet by chance. We met because fortune. Like, I'm sorry, I had something. My sister was way better at motivational speeches and stuff. But we should go. We should go get this thing.
Well, you have a point, because if we want to follow that thing, we should go while the trail is still hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, very good.
Elmore?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, Elmore.
Yes.
Can you take care of our fortress while we're gone, please?
Yeah, sure, I guess. Yes.
Yeah, you can't just kill anyone who wants to take it from you, okay?
I guess I can do it. I've got some time. I can pick some stuff, and I can make some poisons. No, don't worry. You want to take Beep with you or not?
I think Beep would be best suited to stay here to keep an eye on you.
If you think so. Come on, Beep.
It's a guard, Beep.
Yeah, Beep, this is your new home.
Beep looks at you.
I pat her head.
She nods wisely, bongs her head against your shin, and then trots after Belmore.
Well done, Beep. Well done. Such a good sheep. All right.
Are the goblins nearby? Are the goblins still there? I know they were surprised by this thing when it flew out.
Yeah, you can see them loitering around, basically, at the wood's edge, looking at you and discussing amongst themselves whatever they are talking about. Probably you, or probably the burning thing.
Goblin, where you go now?
What do you mean, where go now? We live here.
Here? The
well,
woods?
Not here, but around, you know? Always moving. Like a pack of wolves.
Like a pack of goblins.
What?
Do you want work, by chance?
What kind of work?
Clean up our new home here.
You mean like shovel shit?
Yeah, yes!
Because it reeks. Your castle reeks, man.
And that's why I'm offering you work.
One of them puts one of his fingers in an ear and seems to dig very deep for another thought. And then says, I guess, yes. What you gonna give us?
I don't have any money now, but we can work something out over time.
That is... Wait a moment. Didn't someone say that in troll poop there might be stones? You mean like precious stones?
Yes.
I'll make you a deal, dwarf. We're going to get rid of the poop and we're going to sieve it and we get half.
Half the poop?
Have the precious things in the troll poop.
You can have all the poop.
No, we want the things in the poop. Oh, you don't want the things in the poop? Then, yes, we're just going to cart away whatever the troll left behind.
Belgor turns to Poppy and Verglass. It's half fair?
No. So, here's the deal, dear goblins. We will offer you shelter within our very strong stronghold walls and security. So you may stay with us and you will have your own little quarters. You will be fed with us and you can eat food that was cooked by a very famous cook. Belmore?
Well, we don't have any food.
Yet, quiet.
Oh,
And you can help us gather supplies and do work around the stronghold. And that would include, of course, scooping up the poop, and we will pay you nicely from
With what?
From our earnings, and you can have 10% of the
What a percent?
poop findings.
Is percent? Is that some kind of coin?
10%. Yes, that's the 10th part of whatever you find.
Not half?
No.
No. So if you find 10 stones, we keep one.
Yes.
No.
That's a very good offer.
No, you know what is a good offer? We kick your ass while you're still tired from fighting a troll and take over this whole thing. That's a good offer.
Ah.
You know what's a nice offer? Taking care of your stupid poop and taking half.
20%.
That would be...
You see you see Verglas sort of move over to the goblins. He's like standing next to them, like watching the negotiation, but he's siding with the goblins quite clearly. Just yeah. What are you gonna do now?
We're going to put on the thumbscrews and tell them that they won't find other help apart from the goblins. That's the next part. They want something from us, and we're going to tell them that we're the only source of that thing that they want. Wait a moment. So, if we say no and just leave you here, who else are you going to hire,
We will go to the next settlement and find strong men and women and other people who will do the job gladly for what we offer.
I don't think so. You mean the next settlement that the fiery thing that came out of your cellar went to? They're going to be so happy to see you, I bet.
They don't know that. They don't know where it came
They
from.
won't be happy. They won't be happy at all.
They will be happy because we will be the ones saving them from the fire thingy, and then they will gladly send people to help us. Yes.
But then won't we need to like fight the goblins for the stronghold?
Why?
Because
How
they
about
can take
3
it.
stones out of 10?
3 stones.
Deal! Belgor shoots out his hand.
The biggest goblin comes forward and shakes Belgor's hand. And then looks over to
was
Poppy
amazing.
and goes...
Vilgas goes, "Bleh." And it's like a dog tongue, so it like hangs out like.
See? This is a deal. We're going to take care of the poop, and we're going to move everyone in. Oh, slash. You go home and tell everyone that we're moving into the fastness. Good? Good.
Good.
3 other goblins start moving up the slope to the above ground bits of the dwarven fortress, and one of them turns around and runs back into the forest and very quickly is out of your view. You just can hear some birds screeching as the goblin passes. And then suddenly it's quiet again. Belmore's left, Beeb's left, the goblins have left. The only thing that now disturbs your peace is the slightly smelly troll corpse that's still lying next to the hole that Verglas dug for it.
Wow. I think the goblins can take care of that later.
Oh, well, I mean, I've already dug the hole. I just need to push him in.
Why are you burying the troll?
Oh, well, you see, there's this thing called like the circle of not dying, and it moves the troll into the hull, and then its body gets eaten by the plants, and the plants they get eaten by Poppy, and then Poppy gets eaten by the wolves. I mean, not me. I'm not a wolf. I'm a wolfkin. But you know, it's like, and then they die, and then it's like a big circle of death.
Poppy will not get eaten by wolves.
Well, I mean, just hypothetically. I just meant you were a vegetarian, and I couldn't think of anything that ate vegetarianness. Sheeps,
for example, eat plants
All right,
as well.
So sheep So Beep will eat like the grass, and then a wolf will eat Beep, and then the wolf will die, and then the plants will eat the wolf, and then it's a big circle.
At this point, an actual wolf steps out of the forest. And after a second, you realize that this wolf actually is carrying a saddle, and there's a lot of bags tied to the saddle. And then there are goblins pouring forth with several more wolves and other animals, all of them carrying bags and boxes, and saying, hello.
Welcome. It's this way. And could you take care of the troll later?
Oh, yes. Tasty troll, good.
Yeah, perfect. Come on, guys, let's just move.
Very good.
That's fine, too. If you eat the meat, it just makes fertilizer. It's great. Yeah, okay, let's go.
Yes. Let's go to 30% Castle.
Oh, it's Helm's Beep Castle.
It's Helm's Beep.
Yeah,
and makes no sense at all.
This place here is called Troll's End.
Oh.
I guess everyone is just making up their own names for this thing then.
So just when you bury it, make sure it's buried face down, and then it's really going to be Troll's End.
We're not. I get it. You're great, man. And he jumps a little bit too tall enough to give you a high paw.
I'll lean down and give him a high five. Yeah.
You see, Belgor doesn't understand. He's trying to figure it out. He's trying to help.
Troll's End. What could it mean? Well,
you'll see when we come back later, and there's 2 small hills.
Good. What do you want to do as the pack of goblins passes you and pours into your castle?
Well, we get ready to go, right?
I'm going to try and find those little burnt tiny lizard feet that ran past me and just in that direction, and see if I can at least get on the right track to find this burning fire salamander thing.
Actually, it's not a problem. It left a trail of fire and burning trees in its wake. So you can...
So Verglas will lean down and he'll look at these little footprints and he'll be like, I think it went this way. And as he turns back to sort of see everyone, behind him is this hole of like fire and these burning bits and stuff. But he's focused on the tiny footprints. He's like, I think it's this way.
I think I found it. So you want to follow the trail of the burning creature and move northeast out of the area you are in. I think we're moving through mountainous region. Nico, can you slide a little bit to the left still? No.
I feel like Nico needs like epic music when he moves the map. Like
pull the map to the left. It's like the picture to the right. And now, in the right corner, is the place where you have your fortress. Nico, weiter nach links die Karte. Right, where you see the well, that basically tells you here might be something underground. That is where your fortress are, and you are moving northeast from there into the next hex. You're moving into woodland area, I think. Who wants to be the pathfinder this time around? So who wants to try and find a way forward? Yeah. Okay, then give me a survival roll. If you have your pathfinder, a talent or anything.
1 success.
1 success. 1 success is easily enough. So you find a path that sometimes has to go around places where the burning creature just jumped or slid down some slopes or climbed up a steep cliff. But you managed to lead everyone around the most dangerous bits and parts. It's not an easy trek. Everyone's huffing and puffing. Well, Verglas is probably huffing just because it's fun to be running around the woods, tongue lolling out. But you make your way around. Who wants to be on the lookout and try to spot any danger?
I can do that. If you want, you can do it.
No, you go right ahead. I'm just I just want to be helpful.
You're just probably better at it anyway, but...
It's a scouting rule.
How good are you at scouting burglars?
Well, my scouting is 5.
Yeah. Maybe you should do it.
Okay, I'll do it then. All right, I'll look out and I'll roll my dice to see that, because my scouting is 5. That's 5 dice, and I get a. I need to get 6s. I have 1 6, therefore 1 success.
Your ears are perked the whole time. You are sniffing the air. You're trying to be alert for anything that might happen, but actually everything stays quiet. You pass a few mumbling brooks of clear mountain water. You pass by a nest of squirrels who are chittering and screeching at you as you pass by. And you think you might have seen some beavers working on a dam in a river, but with a quick pitch, 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 they suddenly appear underwater and are gone as you pass them by. So you make your way into the next hex to the northeast, and it gets dark. It gets dark pretty early, quite some time before the sun is actually set, because the trees are dense and near around you, and their crowns filter out most of the light of the day. Do you want to make camp?
Yes,
Do you want
please.
Yes.
No one wants to walk through the night.
No.
Well, I could, but I mean, more
No.
importantly, can we see like this tiny little glowing thing now that it's getting darker, like in the distance?
No, you can't. It must have
I
been
don't-
incredibly
I don't see-
fast. What you can see are flickers of flames where the creature set things on fire in its path.
You know, it's kind of pretty when you look at it.
No, it's burning. All right, let's find some place where we can sleep.
And this is where Verglas learned to be a pyromaniac.
How do we find a good place?
Do we want to hunt and forage for food as well, or just want to eat what we have on us?
Yeah, if there's still enough light, we could look for mushrooms.
I think we got enough food, right? Don't we?
You should have on your character sheets your dice for food and water, and in case you carry them, torches. And
Yeah.
Forbidden Lands doesn't count actual units of food that you have or anything like that. But the dice tells you roughly how much food you have, and each time you use some of it, you roll, and if you roll a 1, you go down 1 die.
Yeah. I would like to salvage some torches, but I think food and water I've got 4, so I'm okay for now.
So, no one wants to go foraging?
I can try it. What do I need to do?
You need to decide whether you're looking for food or for water, and then you are going to roll a survival roll. And we're going to see what you find and how much.
All right, I will look for food.
Go ahead and give me a survival roll.
Oh, I'm missing 1 die.
Let me take a look whether you get a bonus or something else. For the Terran type, you're in forest, you get +1 for foraging. So another die
Plus 1.
added.
All right. Oh, that's 2 successes.
Oh, very good.
I look for plant-based food.
Then you get 2 units of food. So you find some tubers, you find berries and nuts, although the same squirrels that already screeched at you, or some very similar squirrels, are rather angry at you for digging up their stash. But they will have to live with it.
It's better than eating them. Other people would do that. I won't. So nice. I come back with a few num-noms.
Very good.
So you have 2 units. So if you immediately want to eat them, we're just going to hand out those units. 2 of them can eat them, and 1 has to roll for the food that they're carrying with them.
Yep.
So you can.
I'll roll for the food that I'm carrying.
Oh, no.
Does anyone want to set up the camp?
I'll try to set up the camp, unless anybody has any sort of bonus talents that give them extra dice for that.
No.
Good.
1 success. I keep hoping to fail so we can see some mishaps.
Yeah. There's so much
we
fun.
We haven't seen mishaps yet, which is lucky in a way, but also a little bit sad because they are some of the funniest things in the game.
The best I found was the fishing mishap table. You have no idea what can happen when you go fishing.
I mean, you manage to pierce your own finger with a hook?
Much more drastic than that.
Well, you can be attacked by fish.
Yeah.
Which is unusual. But it's a fantasy world after all. Very good. So you've made a cozy camp, you've got food, and you can rest for the night. If you've got any dice missing from your pools, you can regain them now. And actually, it's a rather quiet night. It's just the sounds of the woods around you, sometimes a little bit of soothing wind noises in the branches, the movement of tiny animals around you, the slight crackling of the fire as it dies down. And then the morning wakes you with the clamoring of lots and lots and lots of birds who are squeaking and squawking and singing.
No, quiet. Quiet.
Quiet.
Poppy wants to sleep. Okay, we're getting up.
We have a demon to kill.
I know. All right, guys, let's have mini breakfast and then move out. Which direction are we going?
Well, the trail that you've been following in that is nearby your camp is still going straight northeast. You can't see very far since you're in the woods right now, but it seems like the thing didn't deviate from its path in the slightest. It just went straight that way. You don't know if it's going to a place. The goblin said that there's a town that way, but maybe the thing just is like an arrow, and once it's set off, it just travels as long as it can along its path.
Well, we shall find it.
Let us find the beast.
Dally that way.
It never gets tired.
You can, you break camp. You put everything back in the bags and put it back the bags back on your backs, and then you start following the trail again. Once again, you're still, for one more hex, I think you're in woodland, so give me another roll for pathfinding and for keeping watch.
1 success for pathfinding.
3 successes.
Oh, very good.
Outing.
Belgor seems to be in his element. He finds small places where you can just squeeze through cracks in stone formations.
If you're talking about Belgor, he's back at the castle.
Oh, sorry, Belgor finds the best places to ford a river, and you're actually moving quite fast.
Oh, wait, sorry.
And for the first time, I actually rolled an encounter, so let me look up what happens.
Ooh.
Yes.
We're probably gonna die.
Yes.
As you move along, you see that the wood is becoming thinner, the trees are younger and further apart, and there's lots of clearings where you can see bushes full of berries and blooms. And in one of these openings, caught in the springy and in the fresh and warm light of the early day, you see a small building, a little bit cottage-like. There's smoke coming from a chimney, and it's slightly surprising because you haven't seen any sign of civilization so far in this forest since you left the village where people were for some reason really angry at Belmore and maybe even Poppy. But it seems peaceful so far.
Exciting.
Belgor says, "We have a neighbor. This is our next hex neighbor."
Yeah. Does everyone look all right? Do we look presentable?
I'll start licking my leg.
Oh, very nice.
You said to be presentable.
Yes.
As you're watching the little cottage from afar, the door opens and a halfling comes out carrying a tray. You can't quite see what's on it, and walking around the little hut, happily humming to himself.
Hi, Hex neighbor.
Ah! He almost drops what he's carrying and is looking around frantically until he spots you. Oh, by the gods, who are you and why are you screaming at me early in the morning?
Oh, well, allow me to introduce myself. I am Verglas. This is my friend Poppy and Mr. Belgor. And we're looking for a little flaming creature that went through here and couldn't help but notice your incredibly humble and cute cottage. It's like really nice.
Oh yes, it's a very nice place where people usually don't bother you. I'm Melkar the baker, and the thing you're looking for. Something crashed through the forest last night, but it wasn't tiny. It was actually pretty big.
Oh. Well, it might be something different then, but what we were looking for was like this cute little fire lizard. About
no.
This big, and I gesture to how big I thought it was.
Thing made of flames, high, and as a halfling, that means that it's like hip hate.
Yeah, that's the one.
I don't think it was tiny, but it just dashed through here and was gone just like that. Didn't even bother to, I don't know, try and burn down my hut or anything. No, I'm fine. Well, I've got bread to put in the oven.
Yeah, you mentioned baking. Can we have some?
Yeah.
It's raw. He said he needs to put it in the oven.
Yeah, exactly. This is just the dough. And he holds up the tray that he is carrying, and you can see that there's dough shaped like little men, like little creatures.
Oh, that's adorable.
Is that bread men?
Yes, these are tiny men made of bread. That's exactly what it is. Yes, I just need to put them in the oven.
We might be back later. We have a stronghold not far from here. Maybe you can become our stronghold baker?
You say a stronghold, you say?
Yes.
Interesting. Which way?
This way, and I point in any direction. Poppy has no sense of direction whatsoever.
Okay. Good. So far I'm rather happy being alone here. Just, he scratches his head, almost drops his things. I'm just happy being alone here baking. You hear something inside his hut, inside the little cottage behind him, going, and banging, clamoring.
What is that? What is making the noise?
Sometimes, old buildings, sometimes things make noises.
They do. Is that cinnamon I smell?
Yes, maybe I've put some herbs and things like that on my dough, people. Yes, that's true.
Excuse me, can I use your bathroom, please?
My bathroom. Yes, fine, come with me. And he goes back inside and kicks a wooden box that is right next to the entrance really, really hard before putting down the dough on top of it. The door right back there.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much.
Just put a shovel of sand on top, whatever you're doing in there.
So kind of you. I will shovel a lot of sand on it, yes. And yeah, you might want to be far away because it's been going on for quite a bit now. Excuse me!
So, well, he gets his tray back and he comes outside and says, well, I don't think your traveling companion is feeling fine. I guess she's got some problems.
Yeah, she ate some raw things from the woods yesterday night, so it might be upsetting her tum-tum a little.
Oh, that was stupid. I'm going to the oven that's on the other side of the building. You probably want to wait outside. She said it's going to, smell not very ladylike in there in a second.
Oh well, I was gonna say, can I come and see the you put them in the oven? I know it's a bit silly, but we don't really get too many ovens in the woods. Can I go, Belgor? Is that okay?
Yes. And Belgor's gonna sit down on the box that the dough was resting on that he kicked.
You really need to. Fine, come with me.
Okay. All right. Bye, Belgor. I'll be back in a minute.
You follow him. It's not very far. It's like 10 steps and you're on the other side of the tiny cottage. And you can see
we're whittling each other still.
Yeah, Belgor. So weird.
And you can see that he's built an outside oven out of grey stones that have a weird sheen to them. It's almost like you've seen like fatty coal that has kind of also this glint and is weird to the touch, and these stones look a little bit like that. And he opens a metal door, and with a big brush he gets out the rest of the coals that he used to heat the oven up, and then puts the dough in there, closes the door, looks back at you, Verglas, and says, "Happy?"
His tail's wagging, like just back and forth, as he's just sort of smelling. Like, when a kid's looking through the oven, at cookies and stuff, he's just like staring at it, like smelling it and just,
And for a second you smell blood.
Oh, no.
And then it's gone again.
That's weird. That's very weird. Are
What are Belgor and Poppy doing?
I don't need to use the bathroom, actually. I just want to go away. So I went to...
It was all a ruse.
Yeah. Well, I went 3 times on the road, so all good. I want to inspect the box, please.
The
box he kicks.
It's only got a latch, so you can simply open it if you want to.
Yeah, well, if Belgor can move from it.
Yeah, he's just like, what do you want?
Let me check that box.
I'm tired.
Let me check that box.
Fine.
Move your
He hops off.
ass.
He hops off the box reluctantly.
The box shivers and jumps a little bit to the side.
I shall use the latch.
And as you open it, you look into a tiny round face made out of bread with raisins for eyes that opens his mouth and goes...
We're here to rescue you.
You mean to eat you?
Shut up!
Actually, it's starting to nibble on your hand, on the palm of your hand. And you can see that there are a dozen little bread men inside the box and a few animals. You can see one of the bread men actually mounting a bread horse with a twig for a lance.
Hello, everyone. What do we do with those guys?
Do you need help, bread men?
If you need help, raise your right hand.
They look at you with their raisin eyes. One of them opens his mouth and makes plop.
If you need help, raise your right hand.
One of them slowly starts to raise an arm, looks left, right, and then one of the other ones bites off the tip of the arm.
Oh.
The bitter one screeches, and suddenly all the tiny breadmen are fighting against each other inside the box. It starts to rattle. On the other side of the house, Melkar the baker goes, well, that's done. Now we have to wait. Stupid. Now we have to wait for a little bit. But you probably don't want to stay for that. Let's see whether your friends are feeling fine.
Is there like are these like mints
what?
Or is there like, I mean, I'm getting the cinnamon's coming through, and then the dough, but there's also like this like metallic-y smell, like meat almost. Is there are these like meat pies or meat
I think you need to get your nose checked now.
Oh, maybe.
Those aren't just, flour, water, a tiny bit of yogurt, and a dip of honey, and then maybe a little cinnamon. Yeah, well, nothing special. Come along.
Oh.
And he starts to walk back to the front.
I'll walk behind him, towering over him.
Inside the hut, you notice that there's a lot of boxes and chests and other things that start to rattle and to move, and you hear tiny voices that make noise. Well, it's not exactly speech, or at least no speech that you recognize, but you don't speak bread, so who knows whether they're trying to communicate or just making noise. What you can hear is like very, very small sounds like...
Belgor's going to go to the next closest box and open it up to see what's making the noise.
And you see 4 little breadmen who are starting to draw tiny balls.
Can I just grab one and bite its head off?
Yes, you can. So you grab in there and bite the head of one of the bread creatures. That is actually not a problem. But the other ones are starting to fire tiny arrows at you, and the rest of the band is starting to get agitated. The ones in front of Poppy are jumping up and down, trying to climb out of the box.
No, guys, we're staying in there for now. I close the lid.
You can feel them trying to get out and just pushing against the lid. At the moment, the door opens, and there stands Melkar, behind him Verglas. Happy-go-lucky Verglas. Melkar looks at you. What are you doing?
We were just checking on your bread, man. They're all fine.
They're delicious.
Apart from one!
You can't just eat them! Are you stupid? They're alive!
They tried to hurt me.
What did you do?
I said
And
hello.
he looks at the one in your hand, which has gone stiff. It's too late for that one. Thank you very much. Really helpful.
What are you doing with them?
I'm baking them. That's what I'm doing. I've got a special gift that I can, bake life.
That is very interesting. Are you a sorcerer?
Well, I haven't studied or anything. No, it's just this gift. I can bake bread and it comes to life, and I give it a smart shape. It can move around in its shape. If you're going to go for baguette, it's just going to be like a worm. But if you give it legs, it moves, and it can use weapons. Isn't that nifty?
It is.
Look, I've got a tiny bread king over here. And he opens the small box and gets out a tiny breadman who's actually got a crown on his head made of almonds.
Oh.
I kneel.
Well, see? Well, this is the bread king and this is the bread army.
Hey, that's so cool. That's so amazing. Guys, Did you hear he makes living bread, people? That's so amazing.
Does it only work on baking, or can you bring life to other things?
No, only baking. Or, well, I have only tried it on dough. I think it has to be the act of putting it in the oven. Yes, exactly, the act of putting it in the oven. Yes, so maybe I could, I don't know, mincemeat pies that are alive. That doesn't sound like it's going to be of much use, no.
Well, I've only got one more question, and that is, do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man. Because you know she's married to the Muffin Man.
Oh, no, I haven't made a Muffin Man yet. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, if you make Muffin Men, right, they might be a little bit more hardy than the biscuit men, because, you know, I mean, they'd be fat and soft and spongy.
Oh, that's a good idea. I could make, you know, bigger beasts like troll-like out of muffin dough.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be strong and, you know, literally able to soak damage. That's a very good idea. Next time you come around, I can tell you where the Muffin Man lives.
He lives on Drury Lane.
Yeah.
Drury? No, this is not... Well, actually, this place doesn't have a name. It could as well be Drury Lane, I think. Well, that's actually... I'm going to call this the Drury Lane Bakery. Thank you very much.
Well, you know, I mean, well, like we were saying before, we have a stronghold, and I mean, you know, we could very much, like, use someone with your unique skills to, like, you know, help us there, and we'd be able to make sure that you could bake all you wanted to, and no one be able to tell you what to do, except, you know, to live with us, because that's just because we like you, and we wouldn't be telling you to live there. We'd be asking you. What do you say?
No. You know, I'm from a village called Pernty, not too far from here, and I guess if I ever move away from here, I'm going to move back there.
All right.
Oh.
Is it
Well,
nice?
that's okay. That's okay. We've got a very skilled chef back at home anyway, and you know, I don't know. I mean, he might rub in how good a baker that he is. I mean, not to say that you're not a great baker. I'm sure you are, but Belmore has just incredible skills, and I don't think.
Well,
I've
does
seen
his food come to life, huh? Has he got his food army?
In your mouth.
Well, it comes to life in your mouth, as Belgor says. It's quite delicious.
No, that's just metaphor. That's stupid. No, this is true art, and he's holding out his bread king.
Oh yeah, no, it's really nice. It really is. But I mean, I mean, you know, just saying, like, you know, Belmore is just someone who, I mean, he works with things that aren't bread as well, and, you know, I mean, yeah, it's just fine. It's fine. You can stay here, and I'll and we'll let you know, we'll let you get on, but we'll definitely come back and check up and make sure that you're doing all right.
Very good. And to come back, you first need to go.
Yeah,
You've used the bathroom. You've eaten one of my people.
Goodbye.
All right.
Goodbye.
Yeah, we
Shush.
should ask. And as we walk away. Oh, I was gonna tell. Yes. Yeah.
He clearly wants us to go.
I know. I was going to talk to you as we're leaving.
Oh, all right.
I was going to say that I say very loudly, we should tell Belmore about this guy. You know, maybe Belmore can bring him some delicious baked goods.
Maybe, yeah. Belmore is really good at what he does.
And then we leave. Yeah.
The door closes with a bam.
I am going to continue to eat the bread archer that I started eating on the way out.
It's actually quite tasty. Yeah.
It's delicious.
Sweet and savory at the same time. Really good.
Glass very unknowingly, passive-aggressively bullying him into coming.
We will see.
Hey.
All right, let's walk.
Good.
Over the river and through
You
the woods.
are walking northeast, following the trail, and as Verglas takes a closer look at the markings, he realizes that the feet have become quite a lot bigger than at the beginning.
Hey guys, listen, maybe it's just me, but I think maybe these footprints are a lot bigger. You don't think a bigger one ate the little one, do you? Oh, that'd be sad. It was so cute, guys.
Maybe it grows.
Maybe, but that'd be really fast, you know? Like,
How big was it when you saw it?
it was about maybe, it's like the size of like, maybe what, a cat? Would you say, Mari, when I saw it?
It was rather cat size.
Yeah, about the size of a cat.
Does a
Yes.
cat?
And you think now it's at least a wild boar.
Well, a regular cat or like my cats? Like,
A regular cat.
okay, yeah, fair enough. Because my cats are about the size of wild boars. So I'll, so yes, I'll say, yeah. Now it's like at least 3 times bigger.
You're serious?
How do you
Yeah.
know?
Well, you see these footprints here? Before, they could fit in my hand when I put my hand on the footprint. And now, and he sort of stands on this footprint that's like enormous. And he says, now I can like stand in the footprint.
Ah. All right, we still need to follow. That's not good.
No. But I'm actually more surprised we can't see it from here. It must be traveling day and night to get to where it's going.
It
We
was
should
really
probably
fast.
Probably shouldn't have stopped to talk with the baker. That's yeah, we should move.
He was a nice man.
Oh, he's so nice.
No, he was horrible.
He let you use his toilet.
And he let me eat his people.
So what? He's still a horrible halfling being. They all are.
You are moving on. The next hex is plains. You leave the forest behind, and in front of you is open grassland, only interspersed with tiny islands of woods and some tiny lakes, but most of it is just wide open hills with grass. And you can see, not fire, but at least you can see the trail of black smoke rising up somewhere in front of you.
Uh-oh.
The thing you're following, or something else that's burning rather fiercely, is moving around. Maybe a few miles ahead, but not very far. Please give me the rolls for pathfinding and for scouting.
Three successes for pathfinding.
Whoa.
1 success for perception or for scouting.
And I wrote another. Okay. So we've got successes both for pathfinding and for scouting. Very good. And as you move on over the small hills, and it's a nice day, the sun is out but not too warm, and you're making good time following the burn trail, you start hearing the sound of a drum being beaten, and it's a very dark and bass heavy sound. Boom, boom, boom. And someone singing, or rather several someone singing in very deep voices. And it follows the sound of the drum.
What language is that? Do we know?
You think it should be Orcish.
Oh, how exciting. What do we know about orcs?
Orcs are tall and strong, and you think they have been created or hired or something like that to fight in a war that's been before the blood mist that covered the land for 300 years. And back then there was a fight between humans who came into the Ravenlands and between the elves and the half-elves and other people who already lived there with blessing of the half-elves. And, well, you're not quite sure what happened. There was something about a dark mage called Zygofer, and then the blood mist happened, and, well, the war was over then.
Okay.
And the orcs were created as the army of the elves. So now they're not needed anymore, and you don't know what they do.
Shall we go say hello, or do we just try to go around?
How many do we see? How many orcs?
So far you don't see anything, because Verglas heard them chanting and alerted you. Because he's a good scout and noticed them very early on.
The goodest scout.
The goodest scout. Can we kind of
Sneak.
lay in wait? Yeah, or sneak and just kind of get a good idea or go take a look at these orcs before we introduce ourselves?
Okay, good. Go sneak.
Can you sneak? You're a dwarf.
I cannot sneak, no.
I can't sneak either, so... Do we all sneak?
You can all try to give me stealth rolls. We're just going to see.
I have 2 agility, nothing in stealth, and I rolled 2 1s. I am not pushing that because I'll just pass out on this. I'll just fall over.
I tried to sneak so hard.
I got nothing, but I am going to try and push it because.
Oh, by the way, the chat sponsored you as a free push. So you have a single push that you can use without losing any attribute points. So if you want to do it, you can't do it. Just to let you know. Sorry, I've got a die here reminding me that we've got 1 so far.
Oh, thank you, chat. Is that for me or is that for the group?
It's for the group. Well, actually, it's for Beep, but I guess Beep is going to hand it over to you.
Oh well, then I don't want to take beeps. I don't want to take. I'll take my natural push for the time being. And I get 1 failure and 1 success.
Is the failure on your attributes roll?
Yes, because I only have
Then
an
you
attribute.
use 1 point and then lose 1 point in that attribute, but you also gain 1 willpower point.
Yes, that's what I was hoping for. Not much, but, I need it.
So Verglas puts his nose down and hunkers down in the grass and uses the height of a small hill to hide from whoever's approaching, and Poppy and Belgo probably do the same, just from the wrong side.
Yeah.
And while you're still discussing where the orcs are actually coming from, they are moving into view behind you.
Yeah.
And you can see
Where are they?
it's half a dozen orcs who are marching in step to a drum that the last one of them is beating. And in the middle of them walks a 7th orc, but his hands are bound in chains and he's hanging his head. The rest is just repeating their marching song, Shamash, cool. They see you and one of them looks over, but they don't react.
They can't see us here, right?
Yeah.
My God, they can't see us.
Yeah, I'll look around, look at Poppy. How do they see us?
They don't. Look, they're carrying on.
Okay, we'll just stand there perfectly still, like
And very
think
obvious.
yes, very obvious, out in the open. But I believe I'm stealthed.
Yeah.
The orcs are slowly moving past you through the valley before you. The one in chains looks up at you, looks around, and then, Hey, adventurers!
Can you see us?
Looks behind.
Are you alone? Help me! One of them yanks the chain, a chain that is connected to his bound hands, and he stumbles. Silence!
I'll show back. Are you talking to us?
Yes, he's talking to you. Else would he be talking to?
How did he see us? Belgor asks Poppy.
No. Should we help him? He looks strong.
Belgor shrugs. He'll just walk forward to the orcs and hold out his hand. What did this one do?
He ran away.
From?
Us.
Oh, why?
Because he does not want to live the orc way. He is soft. Like a halfling.
Hey!
Are we not sneaking anymore?
No.
No, they saw us.
What? How did they see us?
I don't know.
Verglass will come out as well.
And you can see the small, well, at least twice as many as you, troop of orcs down in the valley. Belgor standing in front of them, talking to them, and Poppy standing nearby, being outraged, you'd think.
So, we couldn't help but overhear that guy, this man, calling for help. I don't suppose that he's some sort of heinous criminal that was, like, up to no good or doing bad stuff or, like, stealing bread or something.
Well, his crime is the worst crime of them all.
Yeah.
Cowardice. Running away from his destiny.
And what was
Do
that?
not worry. We will beat him back into shape.
Oh. Well, he still seems to be the same shape as before. I mean, is he supposed to be like a dwarf or something?
What are you talking about? Are you stupid?
Well, if you're gonna beat him into another shape, I mean, is it because his shape is wrong?
Do you think I'm stupid?
Oh, I don't know. We just met. I'm Verglass, by the way. Hello.
Dark Bull.
Dark Bull.
Now move aside.
Are we helping this guy? Because that's a lot of orcs.
I don't know. I do not know.
And also, there's a big. Before you go, I'm really sorry. I don't mean to get in your way, but we're looking for this big fire lizard thing. It sort of came through here. Have you seen it?
Oh yes, we have seen it.
Oh.
It is running around, trampling the ground and burning the grasslands down just a few miles that way.
Oh, thank you. Wait. Bing. I have an idea. You said that this person here, he's a coward and he ran away, right?
Yes.
Well, that thing there, it's really scary and it's dangerous, right? I mean, like, it's running through and setting everything on fire. And from what we can tell, it's getting big super quick. What if you were to come with us to try and get this thing before it gets too big and sets fire to everything? And this guy could, like, I don't know, maybe try and prove that he's learned his lesson and that he's not a coward and help us subdue this big flaming monster.
Yeah, enough talk. You want to fight the flaming monster? He points at Belgor.
It's a demon, interjects Belgor. It's a demon.
A demon? So you want to fight a demon? The two of you? Or are you taking the girl along?
Yeah,
Hello? What's your problem?
My problem is that two short people and one puppy decided to somehow, for some reason, stick their noses into the things that are done of no interest to them and that I shouldn't have to say it. That's my problem. Thank you for asking.
That's fine.
Actually,
right.
Still, Verglass, make a manipulation roll.
Oh, okay. I'm good at these.
Are you?
No.
Come on! You've literally got puppy dog eyes.
Puppy dog eyes. I've got empathy. I've got animal empathy. I've got some empathy. I'm not terrible, right? I'm not like crippled at it. Ooh, that is 2 successes.
2 successes. Let's see
And also
whether
one failure. That matters.
the orcs only got 1 trying to resist your charms.
Hooray!
Actually, it sounds... Sarga, if you go into this fight and die on it, you are free.
Isn't that good news?
Thank
That's
you.
good news, isn't it?
Thank you.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess take. What was your name? Sorry, I only got part of it.
Sarga. I am Sarga.
Sarga.
The other orcs unwind the chains around his hands.
All right, let's go.
We will watch from afar.
Does the orc Sarga, does it have any gear? Like armor
No.
or weapons? Or if we're going to fight a demon, then you should give him some armor and weapons.
Well, the point of this exercise is to see him fall in honorable combat. And that will happen easier if he doesn't have any gear.
Can he have a rock at least?
He could pick up any rock he likes.
Oh, I pick up a big rock. Here you go. And remember, it's a swinging weapon. You wanna hit it. Here.
Yeah, right. Very
I
good.
usually use it for like big or bitey fish, but that should work too.
We now have to fight a demon, you say, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
It's all right.
Yeah,
we killed
we
a
weren't
troll
lying.
yesterday. A demon will be nothing.
Oh.
Oh, fine. And as he moves away from the rest of the orcs who are watching, stern-faced, the one with the drum goes, dong, seemingly bored. Would it be fine for you if at some point in the fight, when it looks good, I will just drop?
And pretend to be dead?
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Absolutely, that's all, not a problem.
Okay.
I get it. You're supposed to be the shape of a possum. I get it. That's okay. Yeah, you could totally, absolutely,
You make no
Like
sense at all, little puppy. And he pats your snout.
tail wag.
But I think you've got the basic idea. Good.
Okay.
Oh, you've got a second free reroll, by the way.
Yay.
Yay!
Yeah.
And I got one too.
No!
Fighting a demon.
All right, let's take our new friend and ask him a lot of uncomfortable questions.
Have you heard of baking people?
What? No, we don't eat people. If we wouldn't bake them, we would spit them over fire.
Are you vegetarians as well?
No, actually not. I like to eat meat. Meat is good. Yes. No, actually, I don't like meat as much. That's one of the reasons I ran away.
Yeah, you should eat more plant-based food. It is good for you. Also, it's very tasty.
I've realized I've been less bloated.
Yeah, and everything goes out much more smoothly.
Absolutely. Oh, is that your fire demon over there? And you're looking down the hillsides towards a river to the northeast of you, and you can see tiny houses, and you think flickering fires between some spiky mountains in the distance, and between you and the settlement, you can see something running around, or rolling around, or at least moving in erratic movements in circles, and leaving a burnt trail behind.
It might be.
Good. Cracks his knuckles. I think we have to find. You killed a troll, you say. You slayed a troll.
By accident, yes.
No, it was not on accident. We did it on purpose and with gusto. Only
Also, we
yesterday.
might have ambushed it while it wasn't expecting us.
No. I faced it head on.
By
Unguarded. It
accident.
didn't have any weapons either. No armor or shields.
I don't
It
think-
basically fought us in the nude.
And Belmore stabbed it in the back several times.
Who's Belmore?
He's our
Which
other
one of you?
halfling.
Yeah. Our
Oh, you
cook.
didn't bring the backstabber.
No.
No,
He's cooking.
he's our chef.
You're cooking people, right? Baking people?
No, that's the other halfling.
No.
Those halfling chefs seem to be very fierce.
Yeah.
Now, how do you want to do this? Are we just going to run towards it straight on? Or are we going to... I don't know.
Ambush worked nice last time.
Well, that depends. The troll we kind of caught in its, like, you know, in its home and in its lair, whereas this thing's kind of on the move. If it's standing still, we could get the drop on it, but otherwise we might want to chase it and, like, lure it into, like, a trap. We use it for, like, you know, catching things in the river. We'll have, like, a basket set a bit further downriver, and then when we scared the fish, they swim into the basket. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't it
No, I
burn
don't know
through
what you
your
mean.
basket?
I lost track after the, I think, 7th like.
Oh. We get in front of it, and then we scare it into an ambush.
Oh.
Yeah.
Any other ideas? He looks at Belgor.
Belgor draws his scimitar, raises his shield, and starts running down the hill towards it.
I like his plan.
Okay, but don't worry. He won't get far. He's got little legs.
I heard that.
What's wrong with little legs?
Nothing. Is just you know. I take 4 strides and catch up to Belgor. No.
Show off.
So you are just running towards the creature. I realize I haven't prepared a miniature for that. I'm sorry, Nico. But anything fiery and or animal-like will do, just to mark things.
Or you can go to the aquarium and pick up an axolotl, because they are adorable.
They are adorable. Absolutely. And immortal.
They are also potentially immortal. They also die very easily for things that are immortal.
Good. The thing in front of you seems to have evolved from its salamander form. At least you can still make out roughly the shape of a lizard, but it's moving on its hind legs more than it's moving on all fours. And as you near, with Belgor clanging scimitar to shield in the front, it looks around, realizes that you are coming for it, goes down on all fours for a moment and breathes fire in a wide arc with a hoarse scream, and then it charges towards you. Now's the point where Nico will pick up the cards right next to him, shuffle them, and deal every one of you your initiative.
How large is this thing I decided to charge towards? How big is it now?
The miniature might not be to scale.
Thankfully.
Slightly bigger than Belgor at the moment.
Oh, good. Oh, woo. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Because I saw what's that thing called? It's like one of the Studio Ghibli films with the wild boar that's like the size of a freaking truck.
That is Mononoke Hime, Princess Mononoke.
That one.
Really
That one.
good.
That was kind of what I was imagining as a fire salamander.
Who got 10?
Oh, well, Poppy is last, I guess.
Fine
Fire
with me.
thingy has a 4, and we have one orc, one rogue orc, who's got an 8. So well, the fire thing is first, and it moves its quick action to move into hand-to-hand combat, into melee range, in arm's range with Belgor. And it's going to attack you with a wide swipe of its claws.
Beep. Beep.
And it actually doesn't have any successes because I'm going to reroll that. I'm going to use my free reroll.
I was hoping you were going to forget about that.
No, I've got 2 successes.
All right.
Do you want to dodge or parry?
I'm going to parry. I have the talent Defender that gives me a free parry, so I'll save me my fast action for later. So I'm going to try and parry this thing.
Good. Look of concentration.
1 success.
1 success. So one of the 6s gets taken out.
That's out of 10
that's-
dice. I got 1 success.
That's 1 damage that you still are going to take. You still got armor, so you might roll to
Yes,
soak the damage.
I do have armor.
I thought you had armor. You,
I do,
you look
yeah.
like a character who has armor.
Yes. Let's. Nope. I'm taking. So it's 1 point of damage.
Yes, 1
I didn't
point of
stop
damage
it.
you're taking.
Okay. All right.
And you're actually up next. How do you want to pay this creature
I'm gonna
back?
swing back at this thing. Do I have anything to help me with that? Nope. All right. Let's swing with my scimitar. 1 success.
1 success. It's trying to soak it with its natural armor, and it's soaking the 1 point of damage. What does your weapon mean?
I'm doing 2 points of damage. My
Then
weapon.
it's going to soak one of them
Okay.
and take the damage. Good. So far, so good. Next up is... I think it's Verglas, right? The 7 is Verglas.
Yeah.
Verglas, what do you want to do? Belgor and the thing are screaming and clawing and striking at each other.
Oh, wow. Okay. What's the terrain look like directly around where we are?
Grasslands, half of it burned to ash.
Okay. I want to kind of, as we're fighting, I mean, the first thing I want to do is I want to try and see if I can figure out if there's any bodies of water, like a river or a brook.
Well, there's a
or
river a few miles off. You can see it in the distance.
Okay.
But you want to find out whether there is water really nearby?
No. Well, okay. So a couple of miles is exactly what in kilometers?
Okay, in kilometers, you'd say maybe 2 kilometers away?
Okay, that's not too bad. That's actually not too bad at all. So I'm gonna tell the others, hey, maybe we could drive it into the river over there. Maybe that's something we can do. I'm gonna use my animal handling.
It's not an animal.
Hopefully, it's not an animal. Yeah, I mean,
But it's not really an animal anymore.
Well, yeah. I wouldn't know. I'm gonna try regardless to try and ascertain what its behavior is like. Is it after us? Is it defending a territory? Is it after food? Is it is it likely to try and chase us, or are we likely to chase it? You know what I mean? Like flight or fight kind of.
Looking at the rest of you, you are pretty sure that Belgor is likely to chase the thing.
Yeah, but like if Belgor ran, would it just like not pursue, or would it like?
You
try
think
to
those
chase
two
us?
are going to go for the other one's throat until one of them is dead?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna pick up my stick, and then I realize it's made of wood. I'm gonna look for a rock.
You can pick up a rock if you want. There's enough of them lying around.
I'll pick up a rock, and then I will charge it. Ah!
So you move into close combat and you want to attack. I guess that
Yeah.
I guess that's basically just punching it just with a rock in your hand.
Yep.
So you can give me just a base attack with melee.
Okay, so I got 4 on my strength, and I've got 2 on my melee. Does the rock give me any gear bonus?
No, it's a rock.
Okay. It's worth an ask. All right. Ooh, 2 successes.
2 successes. Unlucky for you, it manages to soak both points of damage that you create with that. So you hit it, but you just barely scrape through its scaly skin, and the only thing you get for it is a bit of singed fur on your arm. The orc friend that you've made is next, and he tries to hit the thing over the head with his big stone that he picked up, with his boulder. And he actually does some damage, to your surprise. Good. And then we have Poppy.
That's me.
And the very last. What do you want to do? Everyone is either going at the creature with actual weapons or with stones. There's quite a discrepancy in fighting technique.
Well, I have a sling and I would fire it, but there is something I need to do first. So
Yes.
I would take out my knife and put the tip to my finger and then slightly push until a couple of drops of blood come out. And once I've drawn blood, I will close my eyes, I would smear the blood over my face, and I would cast Firewalker.
Firewalker. To make you impervious to fire
Yes.
yourself. Then what you need to do is roll as many d6 as you are using willpower points.
Yep. All right. This is gonna go terribly wrong. I'm probably going to explode, and oh, that is very bad.
What did you roll?
4 and 1. So
Okay, so we've got a magic mishap right now.
I knew it.
These can be pretty crazy.
Well, at least we're in for some action.
So far, Nico is not able to get the fire going. There we have it.
Oh! Don't burn me yet.
Mishap, page 119. Would you roll 2d6 for me?
No.
One.
Okay.
One is the decimal. One is well,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
D66.
So it's 36.
36.
Is that bad? I just see Matt's face and he looks like it's really bad. Oh, God!
You smear the blood over your face, and you can feel the magic coalesce and creep into your skin, and then it explodes outward in a fine mist of blood droplets that is sinking down around you. You weren't near to anyone else, right? We're standing a little bit apart.
Not according to... No, I'm like... I'm a ranged fighter anyway, so probably not, hopefully.
Fine. You suddenly feel something clawing at the back of your throat, and the overwhelming urge to cough or sneeze are both at the same time, and your skin is crawling. Give me an endurance roll.
What? Do I have that? I don't.
You do.
Yeah, I don't. I don't have endurance in particular as a skill, but I do have 2 points in strength, which is really poor. And that is 1 success.
You are lucky that you're stronger than the magical disease you just created with your spell.
Uh-oh.
The droplets fall down around you. And it's basically just a fine mist that covers your hair, your face, your arms, your body. And there's a weird sour stench rising from you now. And your spell didn't work, actually.
All right.
Do you want to use your fast action to make your sling ready?
Yes,
Very good. I'm sorry.
that's
Magic
fine.
mishap. Good. The fire thing. What's the fire thing going to do this round? It's going to attack with its claws again, but it's lost quite some of its strength already. And it misses. I don't have any freebie rerolls anymore, so that's it for the monster. Belgor, what do you want to do?
Seeing an opening, Belgor is going to swing back at this thing.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, 2 successes. Hit? Is it going to try and parry or dodge?
It's trying to dodge, but it's not very good at it because it tries to remain standing. Let's see. It actually has a success, so it manages to dodge. Stepping aside around you. and hissing towards you with tiny flames coming out of its mouth.
Shield up to block them.
You can see your forelock curling up and some ash raining down on your nose. The orc friend is attacking again. And does a little damage. And he looks around and says, about now?
No!
Oh, good. Verglas.
I'm going to hit it again with my big old rock.
Go ahead.
Ah!
Yes. Yes.
I have one failure.
Do you want to push?
Yeah, I'll push.
You've got two free pushes if you want to use them. But they are not going to give you willpower.
3 pushes?
Two free pushes. Anyone?
Do you guys mind if I use one?
Go for it.
Yeah? Alright, I'll use a free push. Oh god. Ooh. Oh wow. Yeah, 3 successes.
3 successes.
Each rock!
Actually, scrape the rock once right over the snout and one of the eyes of the thing. And there's the sound as you go over all the scales in its face. It screams and you see that it has closed one of its eyes and there's only some burning liquid seeping out behind the lid. Seems you've dealt it quite a blow. And it's Poppy.
Yep, I shall throw or sling a rock at it.
Good. Sling that rock.
Oh, I got one more die from my throwing arm. Let's see. That is 1 success.
1 success.
Yeah. Not my day with dice today.
With a very dry tock, a small stone comes sailing out from behind you. The thing actually at that moment opened its mouth. The stone sails behind those flaming teeth deep into the gullet. It goes. The flames sputter and then go out. It falls to the ground and you see it slowly crumble, cracking like coal that's burned for too long, sinking down to the ground as ash.
I killed it!
What?
The orc looks around and goes, ah! and falls over.
You did it!
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Don't get too close to me, guys. I think I'm not quite alright.
What is that smell coming from you?
I'm really sorry.
Yeah, you smell. I think I saw something crawl into the woods once and then die, and it kind of smelled like that.
Yeah.
The orcs who have watched the whole thing are slowly coming towards you, and from the other side, from the river, you've seen a tiny speck that's moving towards you and slowly turns into a person on a horse, galloping your way.
Do the orcs actually want to come closer, like closer to inspect?
Yes, they are coming closer right now.
Yeah, I would like to sort of stop them from going to the body. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And
what are you doing?
I look terrible and I smell terrible, so I think I'll do a pretty good job at that. And then I go, do not come near. I have contracted a terrible magical disease.
That is stupid. The orc puts a hand on your shoulder and tries to push you aside.
Look at me! I'm not bullshitting you.
And then he starts... She's right. She's right. Stay away from her. Stay away from her. She's dangerous.
Yeah, you should leave. He's dead. It's fine.
Are you sure?
Well, I can tell if someone's dead for sure.
I go and take the pulse of the pile of ashes. Yeah, I think it's gone, man.
We are talking about Sarga, not the creature.
Oh. I go check his pulse.
It's pretty quick.
Yeah, he's dead, isn't he?
Yeah, he's dead. Dead as a dead thing.
I didn't see him take any hits.
I'll quickly smash his face with a rock. And I'll say, yeah, he is, look. Bam!
One of his eyes is open halfway and he looks at you. But he doesn't flinch.
That's really impressive. Yeah, no, see, look, he's very injured.
Injured or dead?
Oh, he's dead, but I mean, like, there's injuries that led to his dead in the face area.
Very well, we will leave you. This is not worth our time or getting into contact with the disease.
I'd go see someone about that. That cough's pretty nasty.
You don't need to bury him. Feed him to the birds.
Okay.
Well fought. He bows towards Belgor.
Belgor. Bell's back.
Turn around. And they start marching again. The one in the back with the drum goes happily. Boom, 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 boom. And steadily they march away from you.
I'm going to walk to go greet the rider heading our way.
You can see that it's a human man on the back of the horse who's coming towards you now, and the horse is slowly cantering down and ending up in a trot. He holds up a hand and waves at you. Oh!
Holds up a hand, greets back. Hello!
You have killed the fiery thing!
Yes, I have!
You have?
Shh. Yes, I have, and I killed a troll yesterday as well.
I've ever asked about a troll friend, but good for you.
Who are you? What do you want?
I am Sinka of the Galdane. I was sent out to scout for this thing, and now I can report that some... He seems to look for a better word, but then says, heroes have already slain it.
Hero.
These things are ravaging the countryside.
Wait, things? Like there's more of them?
Yes. Giant balls and other things wreathed in flame.
Oh, thank goodness. We thought we've unleashed this thing. I mean...
No, don't worry.
Where are the others?
They turn up nearly every day. So far, we have slaughtered them, but I'm happy to see that someone else has tried their hand at killing these things. You will see that you are very welcome for doing this in Amber's Peak. He turns around in the saddle and points at the settlement behind him.
Well, that's awesome, because that's where we were going.
Oh,
Weren't we?
what is your business at Ember's Peak?
Well, you see, we wanted to... What were we doing?
Do you want to join the army? Do you want to trade for horses?
No, we recently acquired a property in the vicinity, and we want to get to know our neighbors. Don't mind me, I don't always look like that.
Well, you were right.
No.
I might have contracted a very dangerous magical disease while fighting the monster.
Oh, that is unusual. I haven't heard of that happening with the other ones before, but I will tell the rest of the clans.
Oh, it's fine. I think it was more me fault.
I think I do not need to understand this, just to know though to stay away from you.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, those orcs didn't learn that pretty quick. They're not doing so hot either. But hey, listen. If we were to go into town, is there like I don't know, like a mayor or a person in charge there that we might be able to talk to?
There is a person in charge, yes, of course, but I don't know whether you will be able to talk to him.
Oh, well, who would it be?
Zertome, Warmaster of the Riders. This is his army's camp and the place that we gather.
Okay, all right. I'll take Verglas will take note of that. Well, glad we could be of assistance. Belgor is, of course, very mighty, and I'm sure he could come into town and teach you everything that we know about slaying trolls and the like, and maybe this Thomas person will be grateful and be able to maybe chat with us. Who knows? And also, Sir Thomas.
Are you mocking me?
No, sir. I'm a wolf. Not a mocking me.
Ziggar, take us to Thomas.
I cannot just take you to Zertome. He does not talk to everyone. I can take you to the leaders of my clan. Follow me. But
okay.
Stay a few steps behind. He points at Poppy.
That's all right. Do I still feel like I'm dying?
No, you actually don't feel sick yourself, but you feel like you are carrying a cloud of sickness with you.
Oh, yeah.
What are we going to do with the orc who's playing dead?
He's got one eye open. Are they out of sight?
Yeah, they're gone.
Very good. He stands up. Oh.
Don't get too close to me.
Yes. He looks at Verglas. Usually, I don't let people just smash my face with a stone, but I think in this case it was actually helpful. So, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I just didn't want them to notice. I'm always here if you ever want someone to smash a rock in your face. I'm glad it could be me. Because I think Belgor is much stronger.
Yes, I'm free. I'm free now.
Do you want to come with us?
Do you want to live in our castle?
I just wanted to get away from the orcs. Now I'm kind of, I don't have a plan yet, so I might as well. Where is your castle? You have a castle. That actually sounds really good.
Kind of castle.
It is full of troll shit at the moment.
And goblins.
We got a couple of goblin caretakers. We have a sheep, which is awesome. It's called Beep. And we have a chef.
So you've got goblins to boss around, you've got food, and you've got someone to prepare. This sounds actually cool. Yes.
Yeah. So, are you a vegetarian?
No. What?
Oh,
I'm an orc.
Okay, just making sure. And what are your skills?
I can hit things.
You can be the bouncer.
I mean, a kind of guard.
Yes.
Oh, yes, good. Very good. I actually like that. So now what? Do we follow the man on the horse?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, actually, we could probably. I mean, if he doesn't mind the travel, we could probably send him on his way already. I mean, do we need him in the town with us?
No.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Good. How do you find your castle?
Just follow the fire trail back that way.
Oh, you weren't kidding when you said you thought you had created the thing. Oh, good. I know. Fine. I'll be moving that way and find your castle.
Yeah.
And tell anyone, the chef and the goblins, that you sent me.
Yes.
If you run into Melkor, say hi.
Who's Melkor?
He's a baker.
Good. Thank you for helping me gain my freedom. And off he goes. Slightly whistling the same marching song the other orcs have been chanting while trying to drag him back to his home. We can actually now put the sticker on the map for Ember's Peak and break out the Ember's Peak model for the last 50 minutes.
Ta-da! How big is my cloud of pestilence?
Anyone who comes into arm's reach.
Oh, all right. So
People
I could
have to
enter...
basically be touching you to
Okay.
get sick.
That's good. That's good. So I could enter wherever we're going now without having to drop out because I smell.
Yeah, just don't hug anyone you don't want to get sick.
That's fine. I'm not a hugger.
I'm a hugger.
A tree hugger.
Moving from the well straight northeast until you cross the river. A little bit lower and to the right. Between in that bend of the river.
This is how Nico and
Yes.
Myri arrange furniture at home. A little bit to the left. A little bit. No. Just.
No, in the bend of the river. Put it down there. It's exactly right there, Nico.
You can remove the sticker again, can
No.
you? No! Once it's there, it's there.
Once it's there forever.
Why?
Das ist verboten.
Because this is a legacy game.
Alright.
And this is the legacy you leave behind. Stickers.
Okay.
And sheep. So Ember's Peak is one of the places that's part of the Raven's Purge campaign. So right now we are actually officially in the Raven's Purge campaign.
Woo!
And we can now zoom in magically, and we've got that hacks prepared as a set. Dun, 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 dun.
Da, 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 da.
Look at the tiny houses.
Whoa.
Whoa.
So cool.
It's actually in hex shape. I like.
That's awesome.
How big is that? Like pizza box big? Almost.
Yeah, I used a circle. What's it called in English?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's as big as I could make it, as I could construct it with the tools that I had. And we've got a tiny beep marker, a tiny sheep on a pin that we can use to mark where you are on the hex field.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And right
I
now,
love that beep represents our entire party.
yes, beep represents the party without even being there, because when I actually created beep, the pin beep, I didn't know that you were leaving the sheep behind. Good. Now you're moving in from the road that you can see on the lower left, the one that moves past the row of houses. And the bobs right in the middle there, the brownish ones, those are big yurt tents. There's a few of them, and the rider who is heading into the settlement in front of you is moving towards them purposefully. And behind the tents, you can see a bit more of green spaces and lawns. On your left, you see a few smaller houses and a bigger one on the road that is perpendicular to the one you are on. And also wooden fences, and behind those wooden fences, horses, lots of horses. And the right in front of you is moving towards the tents on the right. And beyond the river, of course, you can see the river, and there's a bridge crossing it. And on the other side, there's a sudden group of high peaks of mountains. And in between them, you can see something that is somewhere in between a fastness and a ruin. Quite a lot bigger than yours. And you can see some flickering, colorful light playing around its towers. which we need to flick on. Good. Well, there's actually an LED in there, but I don't think it wants to work right now.
Oh no.
Oh, it does, it does, it does, it does. Good.
Ta-da!
Light!
Light!
Like
Very nice.
flames coming out down from inside the buildings and from below them. The rider ignores all of this and just heads for the tents. Do you want to follow him, or do you want to leave him and explore on your own?
I feel like we should follow him.
Yeah, let's follow him to the tents.
Good. Then you can move the beep marker to the tents. There's quite a few of other people who are clad in similar garb as the rider. They are wearing trousers and breeches made out of soft and supple leather, and tunics with short arms. And most of them have their hair braided in some fashion or another. Often there's tiny beads or other things in there to adorn them. And they look towards you with a mixture of curiosity and just shrugging. It doesn't seem like strangers are that weird at this place, but they seem to be interested while you're following that rider and coming into their camp. Well, this... Oh, excuse me, little one. You were trying to say something.
I'm just trying to stay away from everybody. If everybody could please stay clear, because I'm not feeling so great and I don't smell great either.
Oh, everyone, stay away from the halfling child. She has some kind of sickness. He doesn't seem to be able to guess your age that well. Good. As I was about to say, this is the camp of the Geldanes. We are Zertorm's army. I think you wanted to speak to someone in power here?
Yes, we're going to speak to someone in charge.
Good. Tell me, what do you want to talk about? What is the message that you want to bring to Skulia of Horn?
Belgor turns to the others. We haven't thought that far ahead. What did we want to talk to them about?
We have not.
I think we wanted to just tell him that we were in the area, you know, just so that that they know that we're there, and that we can, like, you know, get them to come and visit and hang out and just make lots more friends like we did when we met Poppy and Belmore.
First of all, we want our reward, I'd say, right? We get a reward for killing the flame thingy.
Oh. What's the reward?
I don't know what the reward is, but something nice.
I will take care of my horse first and ask you again later. Stay
Okay.
here.
Bye.
He trots away.
Yeah, so we can ask for a reward, whether they have any problems, maybe some stuff about the general area. We can tell them we are their neighbors now. We can also ask them where I can find a sorcerer.
Oh. Yeah, maybe that's something we can do. 'Cause, you know, I'd like to learn a little bit more about magic and stuff. And maybe there's someone here that might know something.
Yeah, I'm still wondering how can get rid of this me.
All right, well,
The rider
I think
comes back to you. He's handing the reins of his horse over to someone else who's taking care of it now. Good. Now, he taps his leg with his riding crop. You do know what you want to talk about?
We want your leaders to know that we are here. We want a reward for slaying that beast.
No, you will not simply get a reward for slaying one of the many beasts. You may partake in our feast tonight if you want to.
Ooh, I like feasts.
Okay.
But I will lead you to Skulia. Follow me. And he finds a way among the giant yurts and stands in front of one of them, which is adorned with colorful flags that show horses and other creatures in many styles, and whistles loudly. Come in! There's strangers here to see you, Skulia. Oh. The tent flap opens, and you can see a woman with first streaks of grey in her hair, braided as with most of the people you've seen so far. And she's wearing a tunic with long arms, and the tunic is also long enough to fall down to her feet, which are bare. And it's stitched with tiny beads and bones in patterns that show animals entwined with each other. And in the middle, a big flame reaching up for a dark sky. You are the strangers. Come in, I am Scylla of Horn, priestess of the Galdane.
I am Belgor of Helm's Beep.
Welcome, Belgor of Helm's Beep.
I am Poppy of Troll's End.
Welcome, Poppy of Troll's End. Will you come inside, please?
And I'm Verglass.
Good to know, Verglass. She lets the tent flap fall back into place behind you. The tent seems to be completely her own. You can only see one sleeping pallet in the back. There's a big pan of coals, which is adding some warmth to the inside of the tent. And actually lots of just knickknacks and trinkets and skulls and bones lying around neatly arranged. And she sits down next to the fire and the pan and the metal pan in the middle of the tent and throws some things, you can't actually say what it is, onto the fire, and there's a sweet and strong smell suddenly in the air. Come closer.
Okay.
Do you have any bonds with the Galdane or the Quards?
I'm not from this land. I don't know who these people are.
Have you been bound to Zertorme or any of his minions?
No.
Oh.
Very good. I think... You may not speak to another one of my clan of this, but I think the prophet is no longer who he seems to be.
Which prophet?
And we're going to leave it at that for today. To wrap this up quickly, because Matt has to leave us. Thank you very much, everyone, for playing. We've got Michael as Verglass, and you can find him on Dead Aussie Gamer. Why should we follow you on Dead Aussie Gamer, Michael?
Because, of course, I spend most of my time playing role-playing games like this with amazing people such as yourself. So if you not only want to see me, but also see a wide variety of people from around the internet who are just awesome and fun people, then yeah, come check out my channel. Come check out all the cool stuff. I also play a whole bunch of different random games, including, non-D&D stuff. Although, yeah, I'm currently in the works.
You mean like Forbidden Lands?
Like Forbidden Lands. I'll be running the Aliens RPG sometime in the near future. I'll be running Through the Breach. I'll be running, hopefully, Tales from the Loop at some point. And once I get my my writing chops up, I'll be running like a superhero campaign of something, like Champions or whatever. Yay!
And so, hello, Raiders from Duhatsky. I'm so sorry, we are just winding down. But these are people you can also follow and look into what they're doing. Michael, of course, playing in English. He's from Australia, and he's got a lot of weird and exotic games that he plays online. Then we've got Eevie. She's not a streamer on her own, but she's got an incredibly cute cat that does have her own Instagram. So...
it does. If you like cats, especially British short hair cats, and want to support my cat, who has, I think, 125 followers at the moment, follow Mochi_strikes_back. That was the best I could come up with.
Mochi. And then we have Mr. Free League Channel official, Matt. Where do we find you?
You can find me on the official Free League channel here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Free League Publishing. I'm on there all the time, running all sorts of things, including my own Forbidden Lands game that Myri and Michael play in. And we'll be doing it next week, Thursday, at this time over there. We're going to pick up with our game. Alien, Forbidden Lands, all kinds of craziness going on. There should be some announcements coming up soon for some more products, and we're going to have some cool actual plays and interviews to coincide with those in the coming weeks. So, yeah, find me over on Free League Publishing.
Very good. Also, the camera is tired. Needs to take a nap, I think. It's been trying to lay down on the hacks. It's time to say goodnight for today. Tomorrow we are going to be playing Cthulhu as an heads up to the German Free RPG Day, which is going to be next week, and we're going to play it on Nerdstar TV. So tomorrow you're going to find us over there. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope it was as entertaining for you as it was for me, because as usual, things were completely just random, and I loved it. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care, and good night.
Bye.